Welcome back to Inner KISSA. Over here, we explore the soft, raw truths beneath what society often labels as weakness. This post is for every woman or man who has ever felt a quiet burn of dignity while carrying the weight of survival. It's for you if you've ever felt misunderstood in your resistance to receive, or if you've watched someone you love hold on to pride like it was the only thing they had left. Let this be a gentle witnessing. Let this be a reclaiming. Some people call it pride, that thing the poor people have when they reject help. And as a former poor person, I think I've earned the right, not that I have to, but to speak on this topic of poverty at depth. But it's not the kind of pride that looks down on others or pretends to have it all together. It's not arrogance. It's not ego. It's something far older, far deeper. It's the kind of pride born from being let down so many times. When you grow up like in survival, in poverty, in violence, in chaos, you learn very fast the only person you can depend on is yourself, nobody else. So when help comes, it can feel foreign, unsafe, even suspicious, like why? Why are you trying to help me? Because many times when the help came in the past, it came with like strings attached, shame or superiority complex. Ugh, the worst. In a world that constantly tells the poor people they are less than, rejecting help can be an act of spiritual resistance. A quiet, steady way of saying, I may have a little, but I still have myself. You don't get to own that. I get to keep some of me. Because this kind of help can feel like debt, like owing someone your dignity. So saying no becomes a way of holding on to what little power still remains. And this shame, even if no one says it aloud, there's an invisible voice inside you that always whispers, if you need help, you're weak, you failed, you're less than. The voice doesn't come from the soul, it comes from a culture that glorifies independence, wealth and overachievement. And I love performing. I used to be best in performance. In anything, you name it, I'll do it. And so many people who struggle would rather go without rather than feel exposed under that gaze. For some, rejecting help isn't just about this life. It's generational. It says, my mother made it work with nothing. My grandfather survived famine. My people were enslaved, displaced, erased, and still they stood tall. There's a sacred pride in making something out of nothing, in not being reduced to a charity case, in holding on to identity when the world tries to strip it away. Even if that identity is just wrong, it just feels nice to own something, At the core of this pride is a plea. Don't help me because you pity me. Help me because you see me truly. There's a difference. Pity puts people beneath you. Compassion stands beside you. It's like, let me walk with you, not let me save you. So what should we do instead? When someone refuses help, don't rush to fix them or shame their decision. Instead, honor their autonomy. Offer without strings attached, because you can always feel it. Energy does not lie. You can feel the strings even if you cover it with a bow or something. Hold space without expectation. Ask the person what feels safe for them, not what makes you feel generous. Real support doesn't strip someone of their agency. It asks, how can I walk with you without walking over you? My final thoughts. When poor people say no to help, they're not being difficult. They're remembering who they are. Even in a system that tries to make them forget, that kind of pride, it's not a flaw. It's a sacred flame that refuses to go out. That was my life for a very long time. If this touched something tender in you, a memory, a truth, or even a question, share it with someone who needs to hear it too. And let me know in the comments, have you ever rejected help because it felt safer not to need anyone? Let's talk about it. Let's bring compassion to it. You're not too proud. You're just beautiful human with all